Hello, hello. My name is Sharp Eyes,
And this is your boy Orc.
and we are casting your games today. As this is another episode of You Play, We Cast. Now, Orc, what kind of game do you have lined up for us today?
Well, we got an amazing game between two awesome players. Well, really one. The other one's just decent. It is Terran versus Zerg on the map Clontis Mire TE, and
One
it's a
of the
pretty
worst
ghostly
maps
game.
on this map pool.
What's up?
One of the worst maps on the map pool.
I think it might actually be the worst map in the entire map pool, but I think it actually is. I think probably a lot of people would agree on that. But yeah, it's a good game. Hopefully, whoever's watching this will find some enjoyment out of it. So yeah,
Absolutely. All right. Without further ado, let's get the game started.
here we go.
Looking like one of the most greenest maps as well.
Yep, Stoner's Dream. Yep. Pro.
Alright, let's introduce our players. In the upper right hand corner of the map, we have our Zerg player, Guy. And on the upper left hand corner of the map, we have our Terran player, Orc. Now, Orc is actually blue, and Guy here is red. Now, why did you pick blue?
Well, I like to support America, and if you want to support America, you have to pick blue or red, because those are the colors that are on the flag in America. So yeah, that's why I picked blue.
Okay, so,
Fuck yeah.
but why didn't you pick red?
Well, I mean, I'm more of a liberal, I guess, so.
Okay, so you like blue things.
Yep. I like the water, same-sex marriage, yeah, stuff like that.
It's very interesting. Okay. So let's say that that you decided to marry another man. Would you pick a blue man or a red man?
Well, I mean, I'd pick all three from the Blue Man group because they're fucking badass. But yeah, yep.
All right, that is very interesting to hear, Orc. As I've never knew that you had a romantic interest in the blue man group.
Well, I mean, you asked, so I had to, reply. Couldn't hold it in anymore. I'm coming out of the drum. Yep.
Coming out of the drum, indeed.
Yep.
As we actually do see this drone here coming out of his drum as well.
Yep. So I opened Reaper this game. It's a standard now. Usually, most Terrans open up 2 Reaper and see what they can do. I prefer to use a bunker. Well, to pressure them with a bunker because it gets protection. It gives protection for my Reapers, and it throws the Zergs off. Usually, if they're not 100% on their game. Usually, if it's a diamond, it always throws them off, and then usually low masters it does too. So yeah, and then you can just salvage it and save money.
Very interesting, very interesting. Looking like the Zerg player will be trying to take out this scouting SCV, but will this SCV get enough information before it dies? Is the question. Let's go to the blue player's vision here. That is not the blue player's vision. Actually, it does look like the blue player got all the information that he needed.
Yep.
Looking like he will be tossing down this bunker here. Do you always do this every game?
Yep. Every game, scout with my SCV and build the bunker. That time I had an extra SCV because I think I was following one of his drones, if I recall. And here comes my Reaper.
Looking like the Reaper will go up the ridge here and will be harassing this hatchery.
Yep, doing terrible damage.
Terrible damage indeed, as he ducks into the bunker after he gets confronted.
Indeed.
It looks like a spine crawler will be going up here to try to defend, and it looks like another Reaper will be entering the Zerg base here. Will this drone go down? Looks like it will go down.
I think it will, Sharp Eyes.
Will the second drone go down?
I think it also will, Sharp Eyes.
Looking like two drones down here for the Zerg player. The Zerglings are trying to chase this Reaper out. And Reaper escapes, but some heavy damage here to the hatchery.
Yep, heavy damage indeed.
Looking like the SCV will go down, and this Queen and Spineclaw will actually be routing this Reaper and destroying the bunker. Or was that bunker rush acceptable?
Definitely, because I got 2 drones and I didn't really lose anything out of it. So, yeah, I'd say so for sure.
Now, Orc, did you salvage that bunker?
Yeah, I did.
Very good indeed. So, not much has been lost for the Terran player, while the Zerg player is actually delayed a little bit on his droning.
And here I go back into the main.
Looking like another drone will go down, and get another one. 4 workers killed, 5 workers killed now. I'm betting the Zerg player is actually defecating in his pants.
Yes, definitely. As most Zergs do, because I tend to have that effect on them.
And it looks like the Zerg player will kill 1 Reaper, but and both Reapers as with them do get surrounded. Orc, was this a good trade for you?
I think about 7 workers for 2 Reapers was a good trade.
Very good trade indeed. Going back here to the Terran player, we actually do see that wow, this is actually a very powerful wall off, as supply depots are helping to act as a meat shield for the bunkers. So yeah, very powerful build here by Orc.
Yep. Try my best. Usually the only thing I lose to versus Zergs, with the exception of a few games, is like Baneling Bust, like basically Ling, Baneling, and Roach all-ins with a combination of any 3 of those units. I mean, late game I obviously lose like anybody does to Zerg, but I have a way better chance, and my macro usually pulls through.
Absolutely. So Orc, how much damage does one Baneling do?
Too much. That's all I know. I don't know the exact numbers, but yeah, way too much.
But
and especially once they have 3 attack upgrades, or equal or more than what you have, it does a good amount.
Right. Do you think that this build over here is impenetrable to a Baneling Bust?
Yeah. Once I throw down my last depot to complete the wall, yeah, I think so, because basically you got to go through a wall of depots, and then there's an engineering bay, a bunker, and another depot, and then I can clog the one hole with Marines while repairing the other bunker. So it's, I mean, not completely unstoppable, but yeah, I could definitely hold off a good sized Baneling Bust.
Holding off, it will do, but actually does not look like the Zerg player will be opting for an early Baneling Bust this game. And also his injects are a little lacking here, but
yeah, I mean, I scanned right here and I saw a infestation pit, and I was like, okay, so he's going infestors, but my head's still thinking Wings of Liberty, because I obviously completely forgot about swarm hosts. So we'll have to see what I do about them here coming up.
absolutely. It actually does look like the upgrade will be getting researched here for the enduring locusts. I mean, it pretty much makes those locusts exceptionally powerful, as adding 10 seconds to their lifespan will increase their movement range by possibly almost a quarter of the map.
Yeah, it is pretty OP indeed.
Very OP indeed.
And we have a drop coming in from Orc.
Orc has dropped here with 2 Hellbats. Looking like those Lings will get roasted and toasted, but Orc's unit control here is very interesting, as he actually allows both of them to die.
Yep, both Hellbats do indeed go down, Mr. Sharp, but Zerg just got his 2 evolution chambers up, which I think was I think the Zerg player was nervous to be playing a Masters. Not necessarily shit talking, but just he has like jitters and stuff because I'm gonna be having my 2-2 started, and Zerg is usually Protoss is usually always the most ahead, then Zerg, and then Terran for the most part, and upgrades.
And why is that? Is it because of the chrono boost or some other factor?
Oh yeah, definitely. Chrono Boost makes Protoss first, and then Zerg can, if they know they're not gonna die, and if they know you're coming, they can spend resources on other stuff. If they're obviously not gonna die,
Right.
and on 2 or 3 bases. So, and then meanwhile, Terran always has to worry about dying to all-ins from Zerg and Protoss.
Absolutely. It will be looking like these locusts will be sieging down this wall here, but Orc will be doing another Hellbat drop. So let's see whose cuisine reigns supreme. Looking like a bunch of drones have been killed here, and he'll be subsequently dropping on his natural, possibly.
No, I try and find out where his third is at the moment. So, because I knew it wasn't in the top to the left of his natural, so I was just trying to figure out if he had a third or where it was, because my thirds already up. So I was just trying to figure out what he was up to.
Alright. Meanwhile, these locusts are doing heavy damage here. Vaporizing one marine and several supply depots.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the thought that was going through my head is I can lose a few marines, but I got to keep my engineering base alive, and definitely one bunker.
Now, Orc, how powerful are these locusts?
Pretty powerful, but if you can crush the Zerg's army like the battle we're about to see here, and get to the swarm host, it makes it's pretty OP.
It is looking like the Marines are whittling away these locusts, but Orc will be moving in to ambush these swarm hosts, looking like a very bad engagement here for the Zerg player.
Yeah, just one mistake in this game and it's pretty much GG.
And it will be looking like the Terran player will be opting to pick up his units and head straight towards the main for a mini Doom drop.
Mini Doom drop, indeed. Yeah, basically I said I don't really want to fight your swarm host. I didn't have a scan at the time. I had my third set up, my fourth was getting set up, so I was just like, I'll go drop. Isn't that successful as we see though, right here. He cleans it up pretty well.
It is looking like those Zerglings will be surrounding those Marines, but a small pack of Marines does kill several units before going down.
Yep.
Over
right
here,
now I'm just trying to deal with the swarm host.
Over here, we actually do see that the swarm hosts are back in action as they continue to siege the Terran line. Now,
right
Orc,
here, a medevac goes down for free.
Now, Orc, do you think that swarm hosts are a viable alternative to the Baneling Muta style?
They are, but you really want to break out swarm hosts in this matchup if you're the Zerg. If the Terran's going mech, very effective versus mech because of the sieging and unsieging of tanks. And they are good versus bio as well, and you could definitely make them work, and a good player can. But just in general, if it's two evenly matched players and the Terran has a good idea of what he's doing, in general, they're not the greatest to go versus bio.
So mutas are the better option.
Yeah, Baneling, Muta, Ling, Baneling, Muta, or Roach Hydra.
And it will be looking like a scan might be going down here. Yep, and it looks like the Terran army is completely on top of those hosts, and they will be falling very quickly.
Yep, that is what we call roasted host. Indeed.
Roasted hosting.
Oh.
Down here we actually do see that the Zerg is trying to expand at the bottom here. Very interesting spot to expand, if I do say so myself.
Yep, it looks like he was just kind of unsure of what to do. I didn't even know of these bottom two bases going up.
And it does look like there will be an engagement here, but the concave of the Terran is very powerful here as he just rolls through those things, and now he just is walking around killing units left and right.
Yep. One thing to note is the Zerg had a really big bank, and the game would have probably been different if he had a macro hatch or if he hit his injects, like you mentioned earlier. A little bit better. He was hitting pretty well though.
Looks like there will be the GG. Orc has defeated this mighty Zerg player.
Mighty indeed.
Alright, so let's go into the post-game analysis. Orc, what do you think the Terran player could have done better this game?
A lot of stuff. The Terran player's macro is really shitty. To be honest, and it seems like whenever I win a game and I look at the replay, unless I killed a bunch of workers, no matter what race I'm playing. As for in this game in particular, the player I'm playing, I'm usually doing a good job dropping them everywhere and distracting them. But for this game in particular, a perfect example of it is if he had one or two macro hatches. Imagine if he had, 50 lings when I pushed, extra lings that were 1/1 upgrades. Like that could have definitely held my push off. So, and it was going to be, 5 base Zerg versus 4 base Terran. So, yeah.
Alright, alright. Very good points here. And how about the Zerg player? What kind of tactics could have been done differently?
Injects, macro hatches, and upgrades, and then decide which you want to go because you can't really go Ling, Baneling, Roach, Hydra, Swarm Host. I mean, you can technically. Like, if there's any race where you can just get every unit and mix and match, it's definitely Zerg. But yeah, like I mean, just look at his base. He's got all these tech buildings. I'm surprised he didn't throw down a Spire for good measure.
And the lack of a Spire might have costed Zerg in the late game as he was unable to deal with those medevacs.
Indeed. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on this game. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I guess that concludes this episode of WeCast. My name is Sharp Eyes.
And my name is Orc.
And we are signing off.